Well, here I am out on the Southern Coastal Trail again. Just made it out onto the beach, just started, maybe a half mile ago. As you can see, it is beautiful out there. This trail you can walk, oh, there's a waterfall there in the distance I'm coming up on. This trail you can walk a lot of it on the beach, but a lot of it you have to take some like overland trails because it's just too rocky and there's nowhere to get around on the beach because the water just comes right up to the shore even at low tide. So yeah, so we'll see how this one goes. It's really pretty out here on the beach today. The sun's shining. Nice gentle breeze. I bet it's almost 60 degrees. Let's see. Look how pretty that is. Got just had some hairy crossings that I had to get through that you could only go through at low tide that were pretty difficult, but fun. I've only seen 2 people out here so far. Out here on the West Coast, you get a lot of Seattle people during the summer, so there's a pretty good crowd, but not right now. Only the people that are really dedicated or foolish come out this time of year, because I mean it could really be bad weather anytime. But so far so good. I'm loving it. Some videos of these waves coming in and crashing on these rocks. That'd be a horrible place to be about now, but everywhere I'm standing will be underwater within a few hours. And here's some kind of sea creature I found. I don't know if he doesn't like me too much. If I tap on him, he kind of recoils a little bit. Not sure what it is, but it's definitely alive. But I'm not gonna bother him. Sorry, buddy. Just checking out the beach. Just walking on through. All right. Well, talk to you later. Just taking a trip down the beach, following these deer. They don't really care that I'm here or not. Just taking a stroll. So this is the section I was walking in earlier today. This is at high tide for the evening. This is actually a semi-high tide. It's about 2 foot shy of a full high tide. Just because the way the sun and the moon is positioned this evening. It's not a full high tide, but as you can see everywhere I was walking out through here, it's all underwater now. All that. It is a beautiful morning. It's about 9 o'clock. Already broke camping on my way. Going to my water source right now. But I got about a mile of beach and then a mile and a half of an overland trail, because there's a section you can't get around. And then about another 2 miles of beach just to my next camp. So it'll be a pretty quick trip this morning. So far I've only seen one person. He was actually camped maybe a couple hundred yards down from me. He already left this morning. I think he was headed back to the trailhead. But I'm coming up here to get some water, and I'll show you where you have to get your water when you're out here. So this is where you have to get water and filter it. And it kind of looks disgusting, but it's just the way it is. You catch a mountain stream. It's flowing down out of the mountains into the ocean, and this is it. And I'll just scoop up some of this, run it through my filter, and that's my drinking water. Actually, it tastes really good. So here's the section I can't get through because the rocks meet the water. So you have to go around. So they make these overland trails. As you can see, this is almost straight up. And people throw buoys and stuff like that to try to mark where the trail is. And it looks like this one's caved in a little bit. As you can see, there's a rope to help you get up, and you need every bit of it. These are horrible, especially when you're carrying 30 pounds on your back and you've got 48-year-old knees. So yeah, so I've done a couple of these already, and they're really difficult. But once you get up there, the trail's not so bad. But it's getting up there and getting back down to the beach. So I've got a mile and a half of this. Usually you can estimate about 2 miles an hour is what you can travel. But given the terrain, it's probably going to be, it's going to take a little longer than that. And when you're on the beach, you know, you could go a little faster than that, but it all averages out. So if you want to guess where you're going to be at a certain point, it's usually 2 miles an hour. It's a pretty good estimate, pretty accurate. All right, here we go. As you can see, these overland trails are very, very dense. I mean, there's just no getting around off trail. I mean, because it's so thick. I mean, these right this close to the ocean, it never snows, so you get these humongous trees in here. And it's really pretty. I mean, this is so dense. I'm sure the bears love it. Yeah, how about this view? This is awesome. Of course, this weather isn't gonna last. It's gonna start raining tonight. It's gonna rain hard again tomorrow and the next day, which I'll be out here the whole time. But gotta enjoy this while you can. Look at that, beautiful. My own private beach. Check this out. There's the little mountain stream that's draining down into the ocean. But lucky we had a tree fall. But look at this waterfall. Look at that. Typically you'd have to cross this creek, which is not very deep, it's probably ankle deep, but tree fell here, so pretty lucky. Pretty neat, huh? So here's another creek that I have to cross. I got to get to the trail over there, and pretty swift moving water, but there's no tree, so looks like I got to get wet on this one. This water's freezing cold. And that water was knee deep and very cold. Yeah. This is a cool little area. Obviously only passable at lower tides, which the low tide today is going to come in around noonish, I believe, 12:30. It's 11 o'clock now, so it's just receded far enough for me to travel on. At any higher tide, any much more than this would be difficult to travel. But it sure is pretty, and I haven't seen anybody on this trail today. Which is fine with me. So, got some weather coming in. Still really nice outside, but just wanted to show the sweet campsite that I found. Comes down here. It's supposed to rain tonight, so this will prove to be some really good cover. Look at this. Already got a tent set up and everything, and looks like somebody's found some debris and stuff that washed up on the shore, and they got a cooler, a lid, and everything for a chair, a fire pit, and I've already gathered some firewood and stuff, but it's like really thick above it, so it's probably not going to. I could probably have a fire while it's raining. And then here's where my tent is. There's some pretty good cover above it too. So yeah, pretty neat setup. So I'm gonna go sit on the beach and chill out for a little bit. Pretty good campsite. Nice warm fire. It's actually starting to sprinkle a little bit. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, and all day Saturday. And the highs are only supposed to be in the 40s. But the high today was probably in the 60s. Probably right around 60. It was nice out until these clouds came in. But, back to the trailhead, it's like 10 miles, or 11 miles. I think it's 11 and a half. Precise. Not sure if I'm going to stay tomorrow night or just hike on out. Just depends on how I feel. Some spots it's a pretty difficult hike. So just depends on what happens, I guess, and what the weather's like. I'll be going to bed soon. So this is something they definitely don't put in the brochure, but it's pretty chilly today. There's a pretty cold wind coming off the water. As you can see, it's not raining this very second, but it could rain at any time. It was raining this morning, rained most of the night, but I was in such a good campsite. It shielded me from the wind, shielded me from most of the rain, so none of my stuff is even wet. There's like the ground pad and my rain flyer, just a little bit damp, but I mean just barely. So pretty excited about that, but I've got a horrible climb to get up to the Overland Trail here in a couple miles. Because the trail washed out, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it, but we'll see when I get there. See, pretty bad. There were some guys that camped out on the beach down there last night. I didn't see them this morning. considering that was all snow probably an hour ago. That water is freezing cold. Good thing my shoes are waterproof. Yes, in order to film that, I had to cross it 3 times. It's kind of creepy with wet shoes and a wet log. It's an awfully long way down there. And if I fell on that crap, it would surely hurt. This log is sick. Right. It would probably hurt my feelings more if I fell than if I didn't actually get hurt. All right. Big step down. Anyway, I gotta get some water. That's where I have to go. This is only passable at lower tide. As you can see why. So, and this is about the lowest that it gets. Just about got me. Got to get over there as soon as this wave goes down. If I can. This water will all recede. I got to get over to that next rock. Okay. Here's my chance. Ugh. You gotta crawl through this crap. Takes a little bit of time. But luckily, all these crustaceans here on the rock, these are really sharp. They make a nice, good grip to get through this stuff. So here I go. is the last crossing that I have to make on low tide today. This should end. This will be my last day. It's starting to rain now. And yeah, it's pretty exciting in these low tide crossings. Here we go. There's a section where there's lots of starfish on all the rocks. You can see them here and there. There's some big ones right there. Look at those guys. Like 3 of them. But there's some even further out. Yeah, so this is what I've got to cross now. It's raining, so this is kind of creepy, but oh well, I'll get it. And some of these rocks are covered. All these clamshells just covered. I don't want to step on those guys, but I got to make my way around over here, but it's going to be a challenge. Here we go. Here's a happy little slug slugging along. Day out there. That is a long way down. You'd definitely be messed up. Took a spill there.